Hello guys. Here we have an Asus motherboard. The light was showing on the other side. The LED was showing, but there was nothing on the screen. So I did press the caps lock, but there was no caps lock LED. And I did check the screen whether there was a display maybe in the background, but there was nothing, guys. The issue here was the motherboard. Anyway, I was talking one way. I can't even remember who was talking. Who I was talking with, but what I can say is that I was talking one way, same time eating something. I don't know what snack I was eating there. Okay, but the first thing that I did to remove all the screws on the back cover. You remove all the screws one by one, and then once you remove the back cover, guys, I always tell you to do a physical inspection. But before that, you have to disconnect the battery. So I had to disconnect the battery so that whenever there's something wrong, the board won't be damaged. Because even if the screw fall into a board, it won't damage anything because because the battery will be disconnected. Alright, so I had to look for a charger, and I did connect the charger, and then still there was nothing on the screen. Nothing on the screen, and still no caps lock. So I had to press and press and press. Nothing on the screen, and no caps lock at all. Normally, I don't really just go straight into a motherboard. I tend to check around, do some basic things first, guys. I always advise other guys as well not to rush into a board, but first take your time, just observe the board, look around, do a physical inspection, and you have to check the signs, the symptoms of that machine. Just see what exactly are you dealing with. Once you understand what you are dealing with, I bet you won't struggle anymore when it comes to repairing the device, because you will have all the clues and all the you will have all the clue when working on a certain board. Alright, so here, as always, I have to disconnect everything, disconnect all the screws, the covers. I have to remove everything and remove the board from the chassis. After removing the board, guys, as I've mentioned, you have to do a physical inspection, and I have very, very good eyes. As you can see, I didn't waste any time. I went straight into a problem. So there, I was connecting my microscope. Guys, the corrosion, we have to look for corrosion. You have to use your eyes, look for anything that looks suspicious before you do anything on the board. So here, I saw a corrosion underneath the CPU. There was a corrosion, and let me explain what corrosion does. So okay, that little guy there, I believe, is the one who was pooping on top of those components. As you can see, those components are destroyed. They don't look good at all, and you can see why that guy was just moving around them. So in this case, I used a toothbrush, and I use isopropyl alcohol, 100% alcohol, and I use a brush to clean the mess. Okay, I was explaining what a corrosion does. Okay, a corrosion, guys, I will explain this. It destroys the board, and it destroys the components that sit on the board. And again, it makes it so hard for the components to make any connection with the board, because it can sit in between the two, meaning it can sit between the board and the component, and in that way there won't be a good connection between the component and the motherboard. That's exactly what corrosion does. So you can use a tweezers or anything to clean around. You have to clean around, guys. Okay, let's see here. Alright, so what I did was I set my meter. I turned my meter into a continuity mode. I had to check whether there was a continuity, and check for short on the ceramic capacitor. The only way to check for short on any ceramic capacitor, we have to use a continuity mode. Check the positive and the negative side, whether they are touching or not. But in my case, there was no short between those two components. I remember very well. As you can see, I was testing the ceramic capacitor, and unfortunately there was no short. And yeah, that's all I did. If I remember very well. Okay, so okay, in this case, what I did was very, very, very simple, and it was a smart move. Okay, I didn't trust those components, so I had to apply flaxy and then apply heat so that there would be a good connection between those resistors and the motherboard, since there was a corrosion on the board. As you can see, I was using flaxy and applying heat at the same time. I have to make sure that all those components were touching. That's why I was moving the resistor, but they were all touching, and there was a good connection between the 2 points, the board and the component. Okay, and then after that I had to clean the board. I didn't do much here, guys. It was just that corrosion that was causing the machine not to boot up. Anyway, guys, you can all see the board was working 100%, and the issue was just those corroded components. Anyway, I will see you next time. Don't forget to press the subscribe button. Anyway, I love you so much, guys.